Hello everyone and welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we're going to take a look at the Hantu, everyone's favorite cold weather loving ghost. The Hantu's biggest strength is the speed boost it will receive when it is in cold environments. When in warm rooms, specifically above 15 degrees Celsius, the Hantu is very slow and is the only ghost that can be legitimately looped for the entirety of a hunt. As the temperature decreases, the Hantu's speed increases until it reaches a max speed of 2.7 meters per second in rooms below 3 degrees Celsius, the same max speed as a Raiju. If you have a Hantu and you do try to loop it, you need to be careful about the ghost cooling down the room that you are attempting to loop it in. The longer the ghost is in the room, the more it will cool it off, and therefore the faster it will get as time goes on. Thus, it can be dangerous to repeatedly loop the Hantu in the same area without giving it time to warm back up in between hunts. This ability can make the Hantu a non-threat if the weather is warm and the breaker is on, making the ghost only really powerful within the confines of its ghost room. However, if you get cold weather and the breaker is shut off, the Hantu can very quickly become one of the most dangerous ghosts. And be careful, because the Hantu is more likely to turn off the breaker in an attempt to make itself more powerful throughout the map. On a related note, the Hantu will also never turn the breaker on, as this will make it unable to use its special abilities. The Hantu's evidence is fingerprints, ghost orbs, and of course, freezing temps. It is very important to note that this combination of evidence can also mean you have a mimic, so do not always assume you have a Hantu if you get this. You should also check for Spirit Box, assuming you are not playing on Nightmare difficulty. If you are playing on Nightmare and you get all three of these evidences, you clearly have a mimic instead of a Hantu. Additionally, the Hantu is guaranteed to have freezing temps as one of its two evidences on Nightmare mode. This will help you identify it with both its speed boost in freezing rooms, and it will also allow you to see its other hidden feature. When in rooms colder than 3 degrees, the Hantu will show its own freezing breath during a hunt. The freezing breath is only visible when the ghost itself is visible, and this can make it hard to see as the ghost blinks during the hunt. Dead players also cannot see the Hantu's freezing breath, so only living players can utilize this ability to identify this ghost type. One of the best ways to identify the Hantu is to note its speed change when it goes from a cold room to a warm room, and also see if it remains slow during hunts when even in direct line of sight of players if it is in a warm area. The Hantu's speed will not change based on line of sight as opposed to most other ghost types, which will continue getting faster the longer they see you. So if you have a ghost that does not get faster when it sees you, this could be an indicator that you may be dealing with a Hantu. If you hear or see a noticeable difference in speed when it runs out of its cold ghost room to warmer areas, this is definitely a sign you have the Hantu. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for future Phasmophobia content. And I would also like to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. It means so much to me and I couldn't do this without you. Happy hunting out there!